Hi, it's Claire from Right Zone, and I'm back with a little video from our series Putting the World to Rights. I wanted to talk this time about marketing. I've just completed a webinar for Book Industry Study Group called Marketing for Rights Professionals. And the reason that I did that webinar was because for a long time now I've felt that marketing is one of those areas where rights people don't really get any training, and I'm not sure why. The more that I've looked into marketing myself, the more I've realised how many parallels there are between what marketeers do and what we do as rights professionals. So I think that one of the things that we can learn from our marketing colleagues is the way that they look at the whole customer journey, and the fact that they take a customer first or sometimes even a customer obsessed approach to marketing. And they look at customer journey from the very first interaction that you have with a potential customer, right through to all of the interactions and touch points that you have with them, right up until, say, in rights terms, you've reached the end of your agreement and it's expired. And as rights people, there are a lot of touch points we have with our customers and prospective customers, and along a very long customer journey that might be repeated over and over again with multiple products that we're working on. So there really is lots that we can learn about how to take a customer first approach in all of those touch points. And I think, as rights people, we generally consider ourselves pretty good at customer interactions and being customer friendly, and it's one of the joys of working in rights that we do get to develop such great relationships with our customers. But I think when you really start to look at the whole customer journey and you map it out from end to end, there are perhaps areas where we have neglected to think in a customer first way. I'm thinking, for example, of things like when we're writing marketing copy in our rights guides, are our rights guides the most user-friendly documents they could be? Are they written in a way that really highlights to the recipients of those rights guides what the most important information is for them? I'm thinking about things like, is it easy and straightforward for someone to come to us after a contract's signed to request files and get those in a timely way, or even when they're being harassed for non-payment of invoices by perhaps colleagues in a different department, and they can't pay an invoice because we haven't sent them the right tax form. There are so many ways in which actually, if you take a magnifying glass to our processes, there are things that we could probably do better if we just put on our customer first hat. So there's a few things in there from the webinar. Do go and check out the webinar if it's something of interest to you. There's a link beneath the video. There's also a course that I did for Book Machine on their campus, which if you're a Book Machine member you can access. But all of you, if you're interested in knowing more, can go and just talk to your marketing colleagues and find out some hints and tips from them, get them to sort of take a look at what you're doing and with their customer first hat on, see if they can give you some tips, or whether there's training that you can access within your organisation to help you learn about marketing. I think it's certainly made a difference to the way that I sell rights, and I'd love to know if, having delved a bit further into marketing, you find it makes a difference for you.